Print killed a pig. Alright, now start.
It's already.
Here we are in lovely Winnetka, California,
There's some nice
in a
background
legally
art.
renovated garage. And today, our
Legally.
topic of discussion is,
Your
I don't know,
mom.
some stupid fucking superhero movies.
That was our...
Here are our discussers. They are disgusting, pasty white men.
We are joined here today by our camera Gwen, Anna Maria, our producer, the masked producer.
That fuck.
As of last week as well, Alex and myself, Stuart. Today's topic is, as he said, a stupid fucking movie, Into the Spider-Verse, which was fucking awesome. What did you think about it, Alex?
I think it was a good jumping off point for Sony.
What do you mean?
They've done a lot of really shitty animated movies in the past.
You know, I was thinking to myself, I can't even think of another Sony anime movie other than the Emoji Movie, which is not a good thing to think of. And to think this is the only ever Spider-Man movie.
Ew.
You're not producing shit there, producer.
He's producing a bunch of background noise, especially with that gum. The fuck was that?
It's going to be called the moral chewing from here on out. What were your highlights of the movie?
Definitely the way that they kind of introduced all the different Spider-Men. Because, you know, they started out with just your typical Peter Parker, you know, regular blonde white kid, graduate student. And then they kind of mixed it
A
up.
blonde white kid is definitely not the typical Peter Parker. When I saw he had blonde hair, I was just like, wait, is this like a Nazi?
No, just typical white kid.
Is this the alternate timeline where the Nazis won World War II and Peter Parker is now white? What the fuck are you doing?
He's trying to ruin the film.
No. Stop.
Oi.
Like, the added light
I will put your head through a fucking wall!
It will add.
Doesn't
This
have
is
the-
cinematography right here, alright? That you need white play.
Fucking unprofessional. I think my highlight for the movie...
You're supposed to be recording with that camera, not that camera.
She's getting multiple angles. This is a multi-camera sitcom now.
Oh, yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, we can cut back and forth. She's ahead
From,
of her time.
like, a couple inches above.
And behind.
Listen, I don't give a shit about
She's like
this
a
movie.
pigeon. She can see her ass and her face at the same time.
Ew.
Is that a really bad reference to that trailer?
Yes.
Oh, no. I'm not doing that one.
But I would say my highlight for this movie was the animation.
Definitely.
I really can't think of another animated movie that stands out as much as this one. Especially by merging all these different types of animation from black and white, anime,
The general comic book look.
general comic book look, and
Hardcore pornography.
What kind of look is that?
I don't know.
No homo?
I thought that was just a part of the discussion, you know? Into the Spideyverse.
into someone's asshole.
I mean, it's
Is that why you're wearing a
animated.
mask?
Yeah.
Back to the movie.
That would be a nice turn of events.
Back. What?
It'd be a nice turn of events.
Oh, to actually talk about
Instead
the
of
movie.
talking about hardcore porn this guy apparently watches.
It's okay. He's in a different room. Hopefully jacking off.
What do you mean, hopefully?
But better in there than out here. I don't want this channel fucking demonetized.
I think we've already done that.
No,
Can
we're
you guys
fine.
get to the point?
Alright. Where would you rank this among the Spider movies?
It would definitely, at least from theatrical release.
Yeah. Number one.
It's definitely up there with Homecoming.
Wait. Hold on. How high do you put
comes-
Homecoming?
What?
How high do you put Homecoming?
It was a very close tie, however, I would put Spideyverse above it.
Yeah, for me, Into the Spider-Verse easily beats Homecoming because it has all the strengths of comedy that movie had, but it doesn't have the pitfalls of not being able to hold the more emotional moments like Homecoming. Because when you look at Homecoming, it's a damn fine comedy, but there's not an emotional moment where I'm just like, man, I really felt for these characters.
Or was it?
What the fuck are you doing?
Nothing.
Better not be messing with my tools.
Stop whacking off of my tool shed. But you know what I mean? Yeah, so we can agree. We don't need to go into the fine details,
I'll
but yeah.
fuck you up.
Into the Spider-Verse.
And they want to get on
Homecoming.
us.
Alright.
Being on track.
Fucking unprofessional. But no, you mentioned fucking Homecoming, but the two clear best Spider-Man movies are...
No.
What do you mean no?
No.
What the fuck do you mean no?
They're not the best.
So you're saying Into the Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man movie?
Best theatrical that I've seen.
Have you seen Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1 and 2?
Yes. At the cheap theater, but still. Because it came out, like, you know,
Where the
when I
fuck do
was
you rank those?
Not as high as Homecoming.
Why?
Because Tom Holland's just a lot better as Peter Parker to me.
Why?
Because I always thought of fucking Peter Parker.
Well, hold on.
as
What is Tom Holland's story?
What do you mean, what's his story?
Iron Man fucking gives him a suit and he does shit. There's no, like... Why does he do the things he does?
Well, they did
What is his reason?
They did the same fucking thing with the regular Spider-Man in this one, in Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that's why it's not as good as
They're
Spider-Man
like,
1 or 2.
okay, we've told you the same fucking story for 20-odd years now in movies.
Yeah, and you know what?
We're just going to see it because we assume
And it still had more Uncle Ben than fucking Homecoming did. Why does Tom Holland do shit? So he can get on YouTube? So he can do a backflip and have someone go, yeah, Spider-Man! So he can destroy a fairy?
It's a different Spider-Man.
It's a different Spider-Man, but has, like, no arc.
What?
No arc. What's his arc in the movie?
His parents got killed in an alleyway, right?
No.
No, that would be great. That would be a reason to be Spider-Man, but Homecoming doesn't fucking do that shit. Spider-Man 1, fucking Sam Raimi, right?
He's bullied because he's gay.
No. But again, that would be better than what we got in
It
Homecoming.
was a little gay.
Where?
Just a little.
Which one?
That dance.
No, that is
That's Spider-Man.
that
3,
is the
dude.
greatest mating call in the history of cinematic history. But you remember Spider-Man 1, Sam Raimi. Like, it
Yeah.
goes for the story of, like, Uncle Ben dying
Yeah.
and feeling guilty and, like, and there's reasons for why he's doing what he's doing. Homecoming is, oh, wow, gee, Mr. Stark, you gave me a fancy-ass suit with all this technology. I guess I'll just
Well,
fucking
you know
use it now."
why? It was just, so abrupt and Tony just gives him the suit. Originally, his uncle actually touched him a bit when he was younger. And that didn't make the cut for some reason. I think it's just Hollywood butchery, if you ask me.
Some producer insider.
What else inside information do you have on Spider-Man Homecoming?
Fuck, man.
I
I
don't think I
don't
watched
know.
it.
It's just...
He watched behind the scenes. He obviously saw the uncle touch the kid.
Who's the guy? Stan Lee?
Yes.
He would just run around... I don't know, man. I'm nobody. I'm just a... I work at the Arco gas station.
What?
They just said I could come in here and kind of crash for the night.
Alright.
But Homecoming.
Why the fuck is Homecoming?
But Homecoming, I thought the story was that, he started out with, Stark giving him the suit that he then hacked into.
Yeah.
And, unlocked all the shit that he barely knew how to
Well,
use.
why does he do that?
Because he thought he needed it.
Why did he think he needed
And the fucking, the whole point of the fucking plot or story is that he doesn't actually need that. At the end of the movie, he doesn't have the fucking, all of the suit to fucking finish. Or to...
So what you're telling me...
He had, like, the original fucking, like, sweater and fucking beanie and
So
shit.
what you're
that
telling me
he
is a
originally
character was given this, like, Excalibur sword, right? But then he learned that he didn't need the Excalibur sword. But guess what happens at the end of the movie? He gets to keep that sword still.
Doesn't he turn it down?
He turns it down, but he still
turns down
uses
the new
it.
suit.
He still uses
He
it.
doesn't use it until Infinity War.
No.
The Iron Spider suit?
No. I'm talking about the Stark suit that he wore out through 3/4 of this movie. At the end of the movie, he's like, oh man, I don't need this anymore. I'm good in just a hoodie. Like, Spider-Man is me, not Tony Stark's suit. But guess what happens at the end of the movie? He fucking puts it on. Right in front of Aunt May.
As much as she didn't want to see that.
Yeah, well, not according to George. His uncle
Oh,
was
she wanted that. Every last bit of it.
Are we talking about the same thing? Are you into Aunt Ilfs? Aunts you want to fuck?
I don't know.
Alex, why do you know what that is?
I don't know, I just made it up kind of like MILF.
I'm not exactly a
if I go
Hollywood
on Google-
producer. I'm more of a North Hollywood producer.
Alright.
Look, it's clearly a commentary on materialism. He starts out with the crappy suit, and then Tony gives him this one that doesn't work anyway, and it makes him feel less complete, hence the missing part of the suit.
What's the missing part of the suit?
You just mentioned it.
What?
Let's ignore him.
Okay. Spider-Man Homecoming, the original 2 Spider-Man movies.
So we're going to compare one movie to 2.
Either one I think.
So I'm pretty
is
sure
better.
there's another Spider-Man movie coming out soon.
Yeah, Far From Home.
Yeah.
But that movie hasn't come out, so why the fuck are we bringing it up?
Okay, so we've gone from Homecoming to Far From Home. What sense does that make?
Yeah. Yeah,
We're ignoring him.
We honestly should. Spider-Man Homecoming, the first Spider-Man movie. They're both the first movie for these.
Then let's just compare those 2.
Okay, agreed. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1 does a far better job of explaining why Peter is doing what he's doing than Spider-Man Homecoming.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. But the whole point of Homecoming, or the way that they did it, the same way they did with Spider-Verse, was that...
No, because Spider-Verse even does a better job of giving you the backstory. Sure, it's in a 30-second little gimmick, but it's great. And it's still better than fucking Homecoming. He's just more or less like...
He's only mentioned.
I do it. And like...
Uncle Ben's only mentioned.
He's not even mentioned. They don't mention him once.
I'd have to double check because I remember.
You can,
otherwise.
but he doesn't.
Whatever.
The closest you can get to a mentioning of Uncle Ben is Peter, and even a different movie, it's Civil War, when he's just like, you know, you gotta do things because if bad things happen and you didn't do something, those things are on you. Because we legally can't say with great power comes great responsibility for some fucking reason. It's bullshit.
So what you're telling me is the closest mention to Uncle Ben is basically on a package of fucking rice.
Different race, but okay.
Okay,
Different
0 out of
Spider-Man.
10. This movie is a 0 out of 10. That's my deadlock opinion.
Okay, your opinion is invalid. Let's move on to how does this rank among other animated superhero movies released theatrically,
Other than Boku no Hero.
which is not based on a comic book.
Yeah, manga is definitely a comic book. It's just Japanese. Don't you fucking...
Then why is it called a manga?
It's a fucking
The writing
picture
isn't
book.
even in the right fucking direction.
Yeah, you gotta read it backwards to understand what's going on.
It's up and down, and it's these little squiggle lines.
You know they translated to English, right?
I can't read in the first place. What does it matter?
Alright. So, without you being salty about
You know,
a
we
movie
only,
that-
we only didn't put it on there because you haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, because it hasn't been released here.
It was released in theaters.
I wasn't here.
It was released in more than just here.
It was not released in San Diego.
Yes, it was. I looked it up.
Find the proof.
Oh, I'll fucking look it up later.
Alright. Focus.
He's the one who's fucking pressing the fire alarm.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse versus whatever moves. We got Iron Giant, Big Hero 6, Mask of the Phantasm, Lego Batman.
You said Iron Giant, right?
Yes.
Is that 5?
I feel like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you feel?
So, you want me to go from top to bottom?
No, bottom to top. Cause,
Bottom to top.
Yeah, because your problem with the last time is when you said the Into Spider-Verse was at the top, and you just
Okay.
completely negated Sam Raimi.
Out of those
I'm
movies,
gonna put you fucking hell when we film the video.
the bottom of the list is Lego Batman.
Put this hit anywhere, honey.
There's a reason I didn't tell you before this. It's number 5.
What? What the fuck?
Fucking step right on the couch.
No.
He hit the thing that his uncle made.
Show the thing that his uncle made.
Show
Careful.
reference. Don't break nothing. Question, but we're all come to near the end of it was where does this rank among?
Think you're getting away with that?
Yeah, I think I am.
Your great uncle made that by hand, you know.
Okay.
God damn it!
That is something to appreciate.
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with it.
Uh,
I would stop it from moving.
It's jingling. It's swinging because Alex hit it.
It has fucking like 2 3-inch long screws fucking holding it up.
I know, but
Fine.
before the podcast, you were like,
Yeah, but I did it. So do as I say, not as I do.
Oh god, I'm just making more work for myself to have to figure out his name.
Hey, you want me to stuff your trousers for this? With this for the camera, you know?
No,
Add an effect, little bonus downstairs.
The camera adds 5 inches.
You can't even fucking see down there with the camera. It's fucking below the table.
Alright. So, we're going to ignore your idiocracy with Lego Batman being at the
Batman's
bottom.
number 5.
Yeah, Big Hero 6, that's the fucking bottom. What stands out about that movie? It is unremarkable.
Are we just gonna ignore what I didn't like about Batman?
Alright. Go.
1, there are a plethora.
Check out the big brain on Brad. You're a smart motherfucker.
Not even just saying, oh, let's just get Kevin Conroy to do Batman. There's plenty of fucking voice actors out there that could do a, just in general, fucking overhyped. And that's one of the voice actors that was actually really good in the movie, was Batman's voice actor, which
Agreed.
name is, I've lost.
Will Arnett.
There you go. That would be an example of someone who is a good voice actor who plays a very because the whole point of the movie is that everything's kind of overblown.
Yeah, like Robin.
It's an
I would also
over-exaggeration.
point out Robin is a great...
That was a
Voice
pretty
actor.
good one too. Yeah,
Yeah.
Michael Cera, I believe.
Yes.
But voice actors for like Joker was just it could have been any fucking one.
For
honestly.
their interpretation, with the...
Not even Mark Hamill, I don't think would have been good for that.
No, I
feel
agree.
like,
I agree.
but and there's
I can't name a voice actor that I would say would do better in that role.
like he did at least from what I remember watching it a couple nights ago. There wasn't any like over the top because even just in general, Joker's over the top and is laughing all the time, but this one's fucking barely doing any laughing. It's supposed to be an overblown, over-exaggerated version of him, and now it's just Joker, he has a bad relationship with Batman.
yeah,
And he's gonna fucking cry and have fucking...
which is what
spiky
that
teeth.
voice actor hits on the head pretty well. I mean, could you name a better voice actor for that?
No, but if I've spent, 10 minutes thinking about it, looking up voice actors, I think I could find
you
a
had
better
a couple nights.
one.
Oh. Alright, what else in the movie?
You know what I do on my long nights? I spend a lot of time thinking about Batman.
Is that why you cut the beanie like that?
Huh.
Weird S&M kind of shit?
No, he looks more like Space Ghost, coast to coast.
How'd you know that was the look I was going for?
It's kind of...
Yeah. Give him a cape. Give him an office
Give some
shirt.
boots.
Capes are
Get him a
dangerous.
mug.
You can get those cotton things, and that's not a good look as a superhero when you're trying to pull yourself off of a fence.
Hey, he's seen a movie that we didn't allow on our top 5 list.
For no particular reason.
Alright. What else is wrong with the movie other than your distaste for voice actors?
I feel like they tried putting way too many jokes in there. It's like shooting, I don't know, a inch-long target with a fucking shotgun. You throw enough fucking jokes out there, some of them will hit.
See, for me,
But,
of all the movies I've seen, it made me laugh the hardest.
and that's just why it fucking really didn't work for me, because I don't like a
Because you suck
fuck
the
ton of
joy out of
jokes.
living.
I like well thought out jokes. And there were some pretty fucking good jokes in it.
Yeah, the movie's incredibly well thought out.
But
When you have 60 years of material, you're basically shitting on.
yeah, like
Pretty fucking
that
great.
like the first 20 minutes was pretty good, and I laughed at a good amount of the jokes in them. But it was
Okay.
the fucking rest of the movie.
What's the rest of the movie?
Okay, so you have the first 20 minutes, right? I like
Yeah.
that. It fit a lot of nice, good references and jokes in there.
Mm.
Talking about the absurdity of, ethics and all that shit about Batman.
Yeah.
And then it just kept fucking going.
Movies tend to do that. They typically
Well,
go
it's
for
a
more than
parody
20
movie.
minutes.
Of course it's going to try and do that. The point is to do jokes most of the movie. It's a parody. It's a parody of Batman.
Right. But let me try and ask you, which has a better protagonist? Hero or Batman?
Are you saying Batman's not a hero?
No, the character's name in Big Hero 6 is fucking Hero.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were comparing them.
Yeah, well, that's the one I would put at the bottom of the fucking list.
Well, that's because you fucking like Batman more than you like Big Hero 6, probably. At least the source material.
I have no experience with the source material of Big Hero 6.
Not a lot of people do.
Yeah. But, that being said, I don't fucking... For me,
And if you look at the source material of Big Hero 6, it's... At least the character-wise, it's not very similar. At least to the movie.
I bet. It was made for more of a frozen sort of palette.
It's a similar conversion to, like, how the Guardians of the Galaxy conversion was.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. It's like same universe, slightly different characters.
Yeah. Just pick and choose which roster you want to have.
Like all the guys who made the band in Guardians of the Galaxy were characters from the actual comic.
What would you say... Who is the better protagonist?
Hero versus Batman?
Yeah.
Well, from just a general... the problem is you're comparing what I consider just a regular movie to a parody comedy movie.
I think one's a satire, but I don't think that diminishes its quality at all, especially when you look at Batman in that movie who's...
Well, it diminishes in quality not just based on those, not in a closed space, but to me, a person who likes movies like Big Hero 6 more than I like parodies.
I don't like movies like Big Hero 6 because you sacrifice a character at the end of the movie. You have the entire audience go, "Aw, the big friendly robot died," and then you bring him back to life.
Well, I'm not saying that I liked the ending more than I liked in Batman. That's not what I'm comparing. I'm comparing the type of movie. So movies like Big Hero 6, not specifically ones with that ending, but ones with that type of setup, I like typically more than parodies. There are parodies I like. But I like one more than I like the other.
I'm not asking what type of movies you like more. I'm asking between these two characters.
Which one I think is a better
Stronger,
character?
yeah. More interesting, have more going on.
I liked Hero's character more.
What is his arc?
How long has it been since you watched the movie? I want to know how much detail I need to go into.
A year.
Okay. So, you go from... let's start at the beginning. He's fighting with robots, which is illegal. He looked up to his brother. His brother's basically his father figure, almost. So I think they both lived with his aunt at the time until, he died. His big brother.
Right.
He gets pumped up first 15, 20 minutes of the movie or so because he's like, oh, I can get into this college where I can work with my brother on robots. Something I like to do. It's his, at least made out to be his school of his dreams.
Okay.
And then, after working really hard on his first project, having his brother die in an explosion at that same place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, you describing these events might come off better to the audience than they actually would in the movie. Because they will spend a lot of time in a particular scene where nothing really happens, like a moment between him and Baymax, where it's kind of like, wow, and that might last like 5 minutes, versus where his fucking brother dies, and then it's like, just jump ahead in time, like, just kind of glide over it. Like, yeah, it happens, and then the pacing's real weird in this movie. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm not saying it's the best, that's why it's number 4.
Alright.
It's not really the fact that I think Big Hero 6 is a far better movie of its...
No, but I mean, like, as far as protagonists go, I feel like Batman was a far more entertaining character to watch, one, and even emotionally was a pretty good story of someone learning how to stop pushing others away, to not have attachment, so you wouldn't have to feel the pain of losing them again.
Well, here's the one... And this is... it was a toss-up between those two. The main reason why I put them 4 and 5 is mainly because I can't really choose, so I'm choosing the type of stories I like versus the types of stories I don't.
Okay.
Batman, because it's a parody, also has a very kind of blandish, a lot of the stuff you're able to see coming kind of plot. And of course, after seeing Big Hero 6 many times, you're going to see it every fucking time. But
Big Hero 6.
there's a bit of nostalgia in there because I also saw it when I was a lot younger.
When was
So
the last time
it
you
came
saw
out
it, Mr. Murphy?
maybe a month ago.
What the fuck?
What?
Where's the nostalgia coming from? Then no. Clearly, you could see. How
I didn't watch it the first time a month ago.
Alright, how easy was it to guess who the villain was? How easy was it to see that his
I
fucking
didn't-
brother was
I
gonna
didn't-
die?
Well, I didn't know when I first watched it. I think it was like what 2009, 2000.
No, far
Is it-
later than that. 14 maybe. Yeah. It's
Is it-
not that old of a movie.
It was 13 or 14.
I want to say it came out the year before Age of Ultron, which was
I think
2015.
she's looking it up.
Yes. Spider Gwen.
We'll get back onto
Camera
that
Gwen,
part.
go.
Oh no!
It was 14.
Oh! Still
I
got
wasn't
it.
saying it wasn't.
I'm just
November 7th,
put
2014.
this down.
Well, now we can't fucking. It's all muffled now because the mic covered by the blanket.
There you go.
I hope the fucking computer's still recording.
Yeah, it's doing something. Alright, so
I'm just gonna.
I would say, yeah, the story of Lego Batman is probably an easy one, but you could see it's not a lot of twists and turns. This is not M. Night Shyamalan, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you can't fucking say that with Big Hero 6 either. Maybe that's why you put them so closely together, because Big Hero 6 is also very predictable, only its type of movie shouldn't be that predictable.
What I've been saying is that they're very closely tied. As they're basically the worst of the list to me.
Alright, let's continue down the rabbit hole of your shit listing.
But yeah, let's go on to number 3.
3, yeah.
3. Okay. So let's see. We have Iron Giant, Phantasm, and Spider. So Phantasm is 3.
Phantasm is 3.
Yes.
Phantasm is my number 1.
I wouldn't put it as 1
How?
because there's another one. That's number 1.
Iron Giant.
That has the ultimate amount of nostalgia from all of them. Because I didn't see.
I'm not talking nostalgia, I'm talking quality.
I didn't watch Phantasm until like 2012, 2013.
I didn't watch Phantasm until today.
I watched this when I was fucking 5 for like an entire year.
I have not seen
It's the only movie I'd
Phantasm
watch.
in its entirety until today, so there's no nostalgia for it. It is just an incredibly well put together movie, and the reason why, here's my list.
But this is better put together.
It's a fine movie, but I don't feel as much for that.
For those of you who don't know what I'm pointing at, it's an Iron Giant poster.
What I don't feel as much for is the kid in that movie versus Bruce Wayne in Phantasm.
Bruce Wayne isn't a fucking kid most of Phantasm.
I'm not talking. What I'm saying is
He
those
was
two
never
characters.
a kid.
The main character. Well, he's a boy billionaire. The main character of Iron
Playboy.
Giant.
He sounded like he was in high school, maybe late, like early college.
He was a dude in his 30s doing a voice for the entire movie.
Playboy. It's in the name.
Recording.
Awesome. Okay, so Phantasm for me is at number 1 because what are the characters in Iron Giant? We got the protagonist versus Bruce Wayne, right? Which one do you have more reason to
There's
feel?
kind of 2 protagonists.
I could hear you could say the same about Phantasm as well. Andrea.
Uh-oh, is the cameraman getting in on the... I mean, camera woman?
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm going to the bathroom. I just don't want you guys talking while I'm doing this.
Oh, we're leaving this in.
No, you're not.
Yes.
I will delete the whole thing. If you...
Better get that SD card.
I will delete you. No. Good
Are you gonna cut
jokes.
it out?
Good jokes. Hey.
Are you gonna cut
Meme
it out?
review.
All outs. Cut outs. All of them.
Okay, sure.
We gotta leave it in.
You'll
That's too pointy.
How would you know?
Do you know what it looks like when it's up?
Well, I don't.
You
I'm
left
only
the
talking about
storage room
stewards.
open. You mind closing
In
that?
position. Bye.
Here, I got something to fix.
Don't you have to
Okay.
go?
Yes, but I need to clear up. How is that even possible?
Somebody get this spot out of here.
You ready?
Yeah.
Alright.
Pussy.
What'd you say?
Pussy, private
What'd you say?
Alex is trying to screw me.
I'm not gonna fix what you said because it's worse than, or it's not as bad as what I was gonna say. because that's not a screw, but okay.
Guys, we gotta do something with the lighting in here. This is really boring,
I
I
know.
think. We should have something that flickers, like a strobe effect. Here, let me get something out of my car.
Fucking.
Alright. Mask of the Phantasm, Iron Giant. What is your
Just
case?
those two?
Yeah, let's wrap this up. The top of our list for theatrically released, based on a comic book movie.
Based on a book. Because Iron
Based on a
Giant wasn't
comic-
based on a comic book. It was based on a book.
No, get the fuck out of here! I said comic book.
No, I said book in the text. Look it up.
Alright, so I automatically win with Mask of the Phantasm.
Written work is what I said.
Automatically win with Mask of the Phantasm. What was your runner-up, since Iron Giant doesn't fucking count?
Yes, it does fucking count. Read
What
the
is
fucking
your
text.
What
message.
is your runner-up?
My runner-up to what?
Not Iron Giant.
Iron Giant is it.
What is number 2?
What's number 2? Just between those two?
Can you shut
Iron Giant, I shoot my head like a Jew burn World War II.
It fucking doesn't do nothing to him. Fucking Iron Giant.
Why are my knuckles done? Course, Batman. Ram Ridge is under siege.
What the fuck just happened?
The podcast ended.
Okay.
I think his life
Cut.
ended.